Hello friends, hello lovely friends, how are we doing? Just jumping on a call here, just making myself accountable to you. This is how it happens, this is how it happens in real time. Welcome to my community, welcome to my love community. If you're not in my love community yet, please join my love community. I'll make sure that I attach some links to this video to get into my love community. Oh, hello lovely, hello lovely. I haven't seen you for a while. I haven't been around as much. I've been busy working on clarity. I've been working on clarity. I've been working on new decisions. This whole, rigmarole that's going on in the world has been such a jostle for me over the last year and a half, the shutting down the fitness business and me making decisions, new decisions in my life. And I've made some new friends, and I've made some new communities, and I've developed some new things. Please get into my community. And I've been working on love. I've been working on love for myself, and I've been working on some decisions. And today I'm jumping on a call with Sabina. Gonna be jumping on a call with her in just a second. And yes, she is here. I do see that, and I'm gonna invite her on in just a second. But I just wanted to just frame up what's happened a little bit over the last year and a half for me, and just say that it's been a lot of change. For all of us, I think we can all agree that it's been very fear-filled, right? And it's been very worrisome and troublesome, and we have to make new decisions. That we all have to pivot, we all have to change. Like, I recognized, being in the gym for 30 years, that I have to kind of really move to the online world, because if I just focus on the gym and then the government's gonna pull out the carpet on me all of the time, well, I can't really support my family that way. So I have to make a transition. I have to pivot. I had to pivot, and I had to make some new decisions and some new plans, and that took a lot of thought process and a lot of fear-filled and decision making and changing of direction. That took some time for me, and I've been working on clarity and decision, and I think this happens through fasting, and I think this happens through meditation, and I think this happens through commitment, and I think it happens through writing down what it is that you want to create in your life. It's about getting clarity. It's about making decisions, right? Decisions are things we make in the masculine mind, and then we bring them into reality in the feminine mind with the imagination. Like, what does that look like? What would that look like for you? Getting a vision of it. This is how we bring it into reality in the feminine. Masculine and feminine too is the whole. The whole is both the night and the day. The whole is both masculine and feminine. And I'm getting together with my new feminine friend here today, just sharing love and natural health, hopefully with my friend Sabina. Hi. New friends. I've been introduced to her from Alva. Thank you so much for Alva for introducing me to Sabrina. Here's Sabrina, my new friend Sabrina.
Hello.
I really want to introduce her. I really want to introduce her to my community so everyone can see what a lovely soul she is, what a lovely person she is, what a lovely energy and what a lovely light she is. And I'm so happy that she's in my life, and she's been in my life on a regular basis the last couple of weeks, and I've found that that's been very valuable for me. So I'd like to share my new friend Sabrina with my community and talk a little bit about her. Let her introduce herself a little bit about her, and let her tell her story a little bit about how she came to do and be what she is and what she does, and then maybe we can talk a little bit about what we're going to collaborate and do together, because I think this is what it is. It's like bringing light together. This is what the world needs right now, is it needs more light, and one light inspires another, so when we bring lights together, magic happens. So when we bring together, we create a community that's focused on love, unconditional love for ourselves, love for each other, and love that we're sharing out with the others. When we come with that intention, when we bring that intention and we breathe together and we come together with those intentions. And, you know, when we come from that space, we know we can create something that's magical. We know we can create something that's transformative. We know that we can create something that's natural. We know that we can create something that's love. So thank you so much, Sabina, for what you've already shared with me over the last couple of weeks. Please share with my friends a little bit about you and who you are and what you've done and what you're doing.
Yes, thank you. First of all, thank you, John, for having me. It is such an honor, as always, to be in your presence, in your vibrant, beautiful presence. And hello, everyone else who's on the call today. Welcome. Welcome to opening yourself to your next level. Life is always about moving into your next level, about expansion and about opening. So that is really I have embarked on. And well, just I give you a very quick synopsis. I don't want to go too much into detail, but
please go details, go details.
Go detail, okay. Well, it would be a long.
do your best, but don't cut it short, love. To share, yes. I want to know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the most pivotal moments. Yeah. So I grew up in South Germany on a conventional German diet with mostly meat, bread, dairy, lots of refined sugar and sugary drinks, and that was mainly my diet. So I was, as a child, always sick. Every month I had the flu, I had bronchitis, and I was constantly congested. I had to walk around with a tissue box all the time. I couldn't breathe. I just had all kinds of issues. Mainly mucus built up. So I was called the frail child. And when I was 19, I was actually sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time. And I always knew deep inside there's a different way of being. There's more in life than what I'm experiencing. When I was 19, I left my parents and I went to Munich. And I basically decided to get empowered around my life, to take my life back, heal from all the illness, all the congestion, all the weakness, and constant. And my mom used to take me to doctors who gave me pills and syrups, but nothing really helped, or it was just a temporary fix. So I decided at age 19, I'm going to heal myself and find a way. And that was before the internet. So I went to bookstores and just looking and very curious books. And there was one book that actually called me, and that book was about the raw food diet. So something in that book struck me, and I saw the beautiful pictures with the fruit and all these different colors. And my diet was brown and white for all these years. And something drew me to these colors and vibrancy and these pictures. So I made the switch from a standard diet to a raw food diet, only eating fruits and vegetables overnight, basically. So this is not what I recommend people to go from one extreme to the other, but and within a short time, everything improved. My mucus cleared up. I never had to walk around with a tissue box ever. I had more energy. I was happier, and never, the times I got a cold, I used to have a cold every month. Now it was just once a year. Time actually did less. So in a short time, I noticed like radical shifts. And just in general, the happiness, just the vibrancy of life, everything just improved. So that was a pivotal moment. Well-being. And it gave me power, really. I don't have to go to a doctor who gives me something to work to begin with. I've actually had the power to heal myself. So that was a really very crucial moment in my life.
Yes.
And then along the way, I kept exploring different other tools. I went into yoga. A few years later, I found yoga and meditation. And it took me a while to get into that, but the deeper I went, I got into this power of like tuning into your wisdom, intuition, being more mindful, more present, learning to live in the moment, getting out of that mind that constantly, makes us loop around in different patterns of belief. So I got really into hardcore meditation, meditating 2 hours a day. And then I went back to this path of studying Buddhism and all other. I was really onto this path of self-empowerment, personal development, spirituality, energy work, sound healing, shamanic work, NLP, basically everything. Went on a rampage.
You're into making yourself better. Like everything that you can do to make yourself better, you're doing it.
Yes, I spent my days in bookstores looking at the self-help section, getting all the books and then eventually going to workshops and just connecting to other people on that path. And then when I was like 25, I came across fasting. That was my next step. And I actually went deep. I went on a 10-day water fast right away. And I had a huge spiritual experience. And actually, I had to move through a lot of resistance, a lot of challenges, emotional, mental challenges. But eventually I came to a point where I found this deep sense of inner peace and realizing I don't need anything. I don't need anyone. I can just be fulfilled by myself. So I had this huge kind of awakening and feeling this oneness with everything, and this total sense of bliss. And that was my first connection to God, the divine, and really tuning into this all is well, not needing anything, not needing anyone, and just being with it all, feeling it all, moving through all of it. It was like my 10-day water fast, which is another very
That's exciting. Moment. That's exciting. Let's do this.
And from that on, I started to, incorporate to regular fasting. I went into juicing. By the way, I started with juicing carrot juice. That was my first. So I was drinking carrot juice for a few weeks, and my whole body turned yellow. Even the bottom of my feet, I was like yellow from all the carrot juice. So I realized that's not the most powerful thing to juice carrot. It must be something better. So eventually I went to green juices, which I did for 20 years. And along the line, I actually came to the fruits, which really is the next level of power, especially juicing the grapes or juicing watermelon or citrus fruits. I got really into. So along the way, I just refined the juicing journey.
We learn as we go. We learn as we go. This is how we go. This is that we learn through trial and error along the way.
So using myself, I used myself as a guinea pig to explore. Because
a little bit, we have a little trial and error inside of ourselves. Yeah. We're being our own doctor. We're learning how to be our own doctor.
And there was no internet. Now we have all these information. At that time I didn't have that, so it was more.
Because how long ago did you do this, love?
I've been now fasting for 25 years, about
25 years.
For a long time I've been doing.
But you're not over 25, love. How old are you?
Well, one of what I learned, you can actually increase your vitality. You can slow down the aging process. There's so much available once you go deep into fasting and juicing and cleansing yourself.
You're unlocking your infinite potential. There's not really a lot of boundaries for what can happen. It really depends what you choose to happen. It really depends what you believe can happen. Once you've kind of unlocked this type of energy inside of yourself in your life, like this can happen to anyone that is really ready to make a change. I think it's people over 40. I think it's people over 50. I think it's people that have kind of bumped into a lot of things in their life and then finally come to the point where they're kind of reached that point where they're really fed up with things and they're ready to take responsibility and ready to make a change. Like I want to take control of the things I can control. I can control the energy that's inside of me. I can control my energy body. I may not be able to control what's around me, but I can control what's going on within me. And so it's really focusing, it's coming to a realization that, you know what, I'm in charge of my life, I'm taking responsibility for my life, and I want to make a different life for myself. I want my life to be better than it is.
Yes, and also recognizing you always have a choice, you know. And the moment you give someone else, basically you give your power away when you let someone else tell you what you should be doing with your body, because when you're really tuned in, you can listen to your body, and your body knows what it needs. The body is a self-healing mechanism. The body can heal from anything, even the most, you know, deadly diseases. There's a way to heal when you really
But we
understand
have to
how.
learn how to listen to our body a little bit, don't we? Have to learn how to
Exactly.
listen to our body a little bit. So that's developing an intuition. That's developing an internal wisdom. Like that comes, and I think you talked about it, meditation, and it takes practice, and it takes a bit of time, and it takes a little bit of pushing into a little bit of discomfort. Like, you know, it's hard to sit still when you've got a busyness going on inside of the mind, or when you're fasting and you're hungry and you want to eat, or you're not having coffee and you're craving it, or something, you're giving something up, or you're lessening something, or you're changing the control or the balance of some sort of relationship in your life. It feels uncomfortable, and how to find some sort of comfort or peace there. It's very uncomfortable to find stillness and peace when we're agitated, but that is the practice, and it doesn't happen like this. It happens through a little bit of practice and over some time. And I think, you know, I think we need people to have an experience, and that's what I'm loving about you and your story, is that I feel like we've had a similar experience, you and I.
Yes.
Like
So that's like
yours was 20 years ago, 20, but mine happened just in the last 5 years. But I feel like I parallel with you, you know, just over the last 5 years, and that's why I'm really inspired to work with you. Like I feel like I'm learning and growing, being around you, and I feel like it helps me to pull me forward, and it helps give me clarity, and it helps give me vision for someone that's been doing it longer. And then also that you've got the feminine perspective, right? I really love that you bring the other side to the equation, like feeling love. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you. And I just want to quickly mention something. You spoke about the comfortable. You know, there's actually no expansion available in being comfortable. It actually happens being uncomfortable. Like when you change your diet, it becomes uncomfortable. Fast, it becomes uncomfortable. But this is really, you're really reaching the limit of how much more there is. It's about moving through those barriers. When something gets uncomfortable, you have simply reached a barrier. And it's about moving through the barrier. This is not easy process. But once you learn, you have to navigate this very uncharted terrain, like Mr. Places are not in there. So it's about navigating these terrains and moving through it. So I always, you know, I relate fasting to surfing. It's about really moving with the waves, enjoying the high of the peak, but also being okay with the low, you know, the peak will become. So it's really
Navigating. Yes,
it's a
learning
navigation
how to
process.
navigate.
And when you learn to navigate, you actually expand and you evolve and you grow. And that's where actually the power lies. That's where the miracles are there. The magic is in these expansion phases. So fasting and cleansing and, you know, breath work, meditation, that is going into this uncharted terrain. And learning to
Breaking through
move
limited
definitely.
beliefs, breaking through your limited beliefs, coming into new space
Exactly.
with the mind, bringing into new ideas, change of mind. It creates change of mind. This is how we change our mind. This is how we heal ourselves, is through change of mind, through new realization, through dialogue, through communication, through sharing, through
Yeah,
relationship.
exactly. And most people live in a box. All they see is what's in the box. And these practices, they get you out of this box. So you actually have a wider perspective of life. You can see, you know, beyond what you've seen before. But there's always more. There's another layer, another level. So it's about going higher and deeper.
This is the benefit of a retreat, I think. Like when you go on a retreat and you get around other people that are like trying to do their best and wanting to do their best, and you get into that energy of, you know, a community that everybody wants to be their best and everyone's trying for their best and everyone's thinking and speaking about their best, and you know, you get building a vision, and that builds an energy, a community and an energy, right? So I love that retreat space. I love that retreat idea. I love it when people come together in loving relationship where you know, you're what you're sharing is inspiring another, is picking up the energy in another. This is when, you know, people come together in community and they're supporting each other emotionally. We're supporting each other mentally, emotionally, and then we're also maybe supporting each other physically, like with movement and with breath work and with meditation and with nutrition and with fasting. If we can kind of come together at a retreat and we can kind of all do these things together, then we're all kind of coming up and creating an energy body. Like we're creating an energy there in community that can help to heal each of us as individuals, but heals, you know, even a greater community as well too. The others, everyone else that kind of puts their foot into the community and becomes a part of it, they get into that healing energy as well too. This is the energy of family or relationship or community, you know?
Yeah, also when you do something in a community, you know, there's an accountability aspect. But when you do something by yourself, it's easy sometimes to back out. But when there's an
Yes.
accountability there, the commitment is deepened there. And also you can see you're not alone in this. There are others on the same path. And we all learn from each other. And when I work with groups, I learn from every single one. It's not just I'm the teacher, these are the students. We're all students and we're all teachers. And this is mutual, you know, giving and sharing, which is very powerful. And healing is actually amplified when it's done in a container of, you know, multiple people. The healing is not just doubled, it's magnified and multiplied. So it's very powerful to have this group setting.
Yes. A healing group. And then it's also very powerful when you can summon it like to a date, like especially if you can connect it with nature, like connect it with the moon, connect it with the sun, connect it with the lunar, connect it with the day, with the morning, connect it with rituals, connect it with night and day, connect it with movement and breath, things that have stood the test of time, things that are natural, things that are eternal, you know, like I would love to build a community. I know you like to honor the moon and the new moon, and could you share a little bit about the energy of the new moon and what's so important about the energy of the new moon, and why is it an important time perhaps to do a fast, and why is it an important time to think and speak differently around this time?
Yeah, so I've been practicing now like fasting for 25 years, but only the last 4 years I've been doing it every month. Because actually I got Lyme disease 4 years ago and I was in shock. I was like, how can I'm such a healthy person, how can I get Lyme disease? And I try to see everything. And every disease is a wake-up call. There's a message in it. There's always gold in every illness. So try to look, what is the gold for me? Not enough, because we have more toxicity than ever. And it's just more, we're bombarded with more stuff than ever before, the EMFs and all kinds of chemicals, blah, 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 etc. So there's more, we need to do more than many years ago. So from that moment, 4 years ago, I actually went on a 5-day water fast and completely healed from all symptoms of Lyme disease. Completely gone, 5 days of water. And I realized I got to do this on a regular basis because I live in the woods and I constantly get bitten by ticks. And in order to be empowered around this, I just have to do a cleanse every month. So from that moment, I was doing 5 days of water every month. And I always started juicing first, 5 days of water, then back to juice. It was typically like a 7 to 10 day process.
Oh, awesome. I want to do this with you. I want to do this with you.
Anyway, I've always found the most powerful time for me is the full moon. So first I started doing it in the full moon. And then I actually read that all the ancient cultures that believe in fasting, they believe it's the most potent time around the new moon. like the ancient Egyptians or the Essenes. So just focusing on what they've been practicing, I decided to switch it to the new moon, because the new moon is also about, you know, regeneration. It's about something, starting a new cycle of your life. It's a powerful time to plant seeds, birth something. So I switched to the new moon, and actually I thought it was more potent than ever, especially what came up emotionally. So I thought the cleansing was deeper than doing on the full moon. So this is based on ancient cultures, really.
Awesome. I want to do this with you. I want to do this with you. I want to create like a group together, a community. I want to do like a community fast, a water fast, a juice fast, a cleanse, a little bit of movement, a little bit of breath work, a little bit of meditation, a little bit of affirmation, a little bit of over a 10-day period, like we do like an online retreat.
Yes, that would be amazing.
I'm feeling like an online retreat together, love. This is what we need to do. Yes.
Because I have been, over the past 6 months, I've been offering this to a group actually, because I was doing it by myself every month. And my friend said, Sabina, why didn't you offer it to others? So I kept putting, I first thought no one is interested, but then I put a flyer out there. And over the past 6 months, I had people join from 5 different continents and 13 different countries.
Oh my gosh. So it's spreading like wildfire. So I want to join. I want to join, and I want to bring my community and my friends, and I want to talk about it. So I want to do the new moon in November, the first new moon in November. When's this going to be?
That is, I don't right now know it on top of.
We're going to get the dates. We're going to get the dates. We'll put them with this video. We're just framing up an idea right now. We're talking about the new moon in November, the first new moon in November. We're talking about a 10-day online retreat. We're talking about fasting. We're talking about juicing. We're talking about water fasting. We're talking about movement. We're talking about breath work. We're talking about meditation. We're talking about affirmation. We're talking about goal setting. We're talking about energy healing, emotional healing, and content, and seminars and webinars and energy sharing sessions from you and I over a 10-day period, and put into a 10-day schedule. And we're going to try and create that and offer that for the first new moon in November. We're building out a 10-day natural healing, self-healing, self-loving, self-nurturing, getting moving, health and wellness, self-love, and loving yourself and loving your community, loving your life, and restarting yourself in your life with a commitment to your nutrition and your movement and your thoughts and your words and your goals. It's like a recommitment to your life. A 10-day recommitment to your life. This is what we're creating, a 10-day retreat.
Yes, and it's around the 3rd or 4th of November. So it's early November. And yes, and also self-empowerment. I wanted to add also to it.
This is going to be there. So we need to create a schedule. We need to put it together for our communities. We need to put that out over the next 4 or 5 weeks. I'm not sure how far out we are. We're going to look at the schedule. We're going to confirm the dates. We're going to confirm the schedule. We're going to share it with our communities. We're going to put it out there. I'm thinking this is going to be like a 10-day online retreat. I'm thinking I want to make it something that everyone can afford, but it's also fair for everyone that's involved. I think $97, it's under $100 price point. This is something that I think everyone can kind of reach, and we can kind of put our energy in together and make a community together here. And if we could make a target to say, if we could get 10 people, if we can build a 10-people community, this would be a great goal, I think, for us.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And this would really be a container where it builds foundation.
Yes.
Body, mind, spirit, healing. And
masculine, feminine. Yes.
And instead of healing, I like to turn this word, return to wholeness. because we are already whole. It's so
Oh, I
we're
love
so
it. I love it.
conditioned on many levels. It's about unlearning and unveiling and unlayering all the conditioning, the programming and the abuse we've done in our body. It's about letting go of all of this and getting back to our source.
I feel like this is my partner right here. This is my partner in crime right here. I think that we are natural healing voices. I think that we're natural healing partners. I think we're supposed to have met each other. I think we're supposed to create something of value together. I think we're supposed to share something of value to our communities. I think we have something that's coming together. I'm getting excited about it. It's going to be in that first week of November. It's going to be a 10-day retreat. We're going to finalize all of the information about it. We're going to talk about it again next week. We're going to come together to talk more about it and brainstorm and get more clarity about it. And let's release the schedule by next week.
Wonderful. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is it a good plan? Is it a good plan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I'm inspired.
I love it. I love it. I'm inspired. We've got a plan. We're creating a vision. We're building a dream, and we're inviting our friends to jump on and join with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Sabrina. Let's book our time to talk again next week, maybe Thursday afternoon.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah. Tuesday,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll schedule. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Lots of love.
Bye.